Okay, so we're looking at the examples for volume of prisms or cylinders. So the first example we're looking at is a rectangular prism where the front face is the 4x10 and then the height is the 12. So I'm going to label these as AR, or area of the rectangle, and height. So I put them into my formula V equals AR times height. We're going to calculate the area of that rectangle first. So we're going to have area of the rectangles equal to 4 times 10, or length times width, which gives us an area of the rectangle as 40. The height is 12, so when we substitute that into our original equation, we have 40 times 12, which equals 480. That is meters cubed, so 480 meters cubed is the volume of this rectangular prism that we have. Example 2 is a triangular prism. So we have a triangle as our front face. So the front face is this triangle, and we're going to label that as area of triangle, or AT, and 13 is our height or depth. We're going to label it as H. So our formula is area of the triangle times the height, where the area of the triangle is given by a half base times height, where the base is 12 and the height is 11. So half of 12 is 6, 6 times 11 is 66. So the area of this triangle, this front face, is 66 centimeters squared, and the height that we need for our formula is given by the 13. So when we substitute that into this formula that we have at the top, our AT is 66, and we're going to times that by 13 to give a result of 858 centimeters cubed. Centimeters cubed because we are again dealing with a volume, so you need to have a cubed measurement. Okay, our last example is a cylinder. So this cylinder, we are going to take our front face as the top circle, and our height is going to be the 14 centimeters. So our formula that we're going to use is V equals to AC times height, where AC is the area of the circle on the top. So AC is equal to pi r squared being the formula for a circle. With a radius of 8 centimeters, this gives us a area of a circle being 64 pi. The height is 14 centimeters. Substituting these two into our formula, so we're putting in the 64 pi for AC and the 14 for H, we get 64 pi times 14, which when simplified or calculated using a calculator equals 2,814.87. Again, we are centimeters cubed for a volume. So 2,814.87 centimeters cubed. These are 3 different examples for finding the volume of a prism or a cylinder. Now, a prism doesn't always have to be a nice simple shape like a rectangle or a triangle. You could have a composite shape. So you might, for instance, have an L shape, and that L shape can have a height or a depth in order to create a prism. So those are our more complex shapes, and we'll deal with those a little bit later.